Welcome to MBA Now. I'm Rob Van Raphorst. With us today is Rick Arvielo, who is the chairman of MORPAC, here to talk with us about our advocacy efforts at MBA. Rick, thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
So Rick, why don't you first sort of tell our viewers exactly what MORPAC is?
MORPAC is a voluntary, nonpartisan political action committee of the MBA.
Right. So how does that sort of work in conjunction with MA, which is another apparatus for our advocacy division at MBA?
I think that it's important that people get involved in both. MA, to me, there's no reason not to. It's absolutely free. It's actually fun. You get calls to action. You drop on to the website. You put in your address, your home address. The system knows who your politicians are, Congress people and senators, and it formulates a letter that you're able to change. You press one button and it sends the letter out. So I think it's vitally important for anybody in banking, and I'm not just talking about executives or loan officers. I think that anybody, if you're a processor, an underwriter, anybody whose income is affected on a transaction, you need to feel confident that you have a voice and that your voice matters. And with MA, it does. And the more people we get involved, the better and the stronger the voice is.
Now, with both MORPAC and MA, I know they represent the importance of being involved with MBA. Can you speak a little bit to why you feel being involved with MBA in both of those, MORPAC and MA, is important for a company?
Well, speaking for me and my wife, we run New American Funding. Once we started to participate in the advocacy efforts, it was empowering to us. The MBA is very welcoming. They're really good at getting their constituents involved in these political messaging and the process.
Right.
And so we became very active, and we came back to our office, and we've got a very great, close-knit company, and we started to share the word with our staff, and they wanted to get involved. And I was shocked because, you think about an ask, telling people you really need to get involved in MA or MORPAC more, you'd think that would be a burden to them. And the exact opposite happened. Our employees rallied around us and they thanked us for giving them a way to get involved. And it doesn't matter what position you're in, your voice is just as important as a CEO's, no matter what you do, through the megaphone that Mortgage Action Alliance provides you. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I think that's a really important point to make. That doesn't really matter your status within your own company, you can still participate. Now, speaking of participation, I know we have our National Advocacy Conference, NAC, coming up at the end of June. Can you speak a little bit to that?
Well, I think it'll be my 5th or 6th year doing it. So this is a way for you to really get close to the political process. And it was my first taste of it, and it kind of got me hooked, because what you do is you get together with your peers. It's not a competitive process, it's a collaborative process. And you sit together in your state tables and you learn about what the most pressing issues are that affect your borrowers and by extension, your income, because these are the things that choke off credit. And so we get a chance then to get driven over to the Capitol and to walk around Congress and actually meet with our congressmen and senators and talk to them about these issues. And if you don't think that they care, they do. They do care, especially when you show up in numbers, which we do at the National Advocacy Conference. So if you've never done it, you really need to do it at least once. Get a taste of that political process. These are the people that are making the decisions that are affecting not only your life, but our borrowers' lives. And remember, we've just had an administration change. So there's never been a more important time than right now to get in front of our politicians and let them know what is important to home ownership in the United States.
Yeah, I think it's really important that we stress the importance of the immediate now. Thanks so much for coming by, explaining a little bit about your chairmanship and what you've been part of and what we hope to see in the future.
Thank you.
Okay. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at MBA Mortgage, or check out Mortgage Bankers Association on Facebook and Instagram.